We want to have a smooth transition, and we're trying to reach out to the people in whatever way that we possibly can. So we're actually providing 4 different services. Again, we're providing emergency shelter, transitional housing, on-the-job training programs of extended housing, and then also if people want to continue to remain outside, trying to help them find a place, and then once they find the place, get porta potties there, dumpsters there, have it as safe and humane as possible. Then there's a 5th option. We're also encouraging churches, organizations to adopt a person from Hopeville and help get them into permanent housing. That takes time. That's why we have to continue to work with those that are sleeping outside. So they help us locate a place, they help us raise the funds, and we move them in a smooth way. So actually there's 5 options that we're offering to the people today.
Now, obviously you've had a war of words with City Hall for years. More recently, Mr. Seedoff has accused you of sending people down here in harm's way, making them live in Hopeville to get in the city's way.
First of all, there's no truth at all in that. He's never been able to substantiate that. When people asked me for tents, I gave them. When they asked for solar lanterns, I gave them. Many of them moved up outside the tunnel. But what this all tells us is that people felt that it was actually safer living in this tunnel that the city claims unsafe than it is to live alone out on the streets of the city of St. Louis. Many of these people have experienced being robbed, beaten, raped, abused, misused in many ways. So they saw the danger out there. They came together here. They formed a community. This is a very turbulent time for the individuals because that community is now being broken up. We're trying to help them in that transition. We have social workers that have been with them constantly, day and night, helping them make that transition in a smooth, viable way.
So are we just moving the problem down to the riverfront, or is there an ultimate end game to help these people?
The ultimate end game is for the city of St. Louis to, number 1, be honest, we have a serious homeless problem. Number 2, recognize that 2,000 affordable housing units a year for the last 30+ years have been destroyed in this community. Number 3, it's taking a long time to get people placed in affordable housing, so we need to understand where the people are at and work with them. And that means if all they have is a tent, a sense of belonging, and they're there, then what we're going to do is work with them where they're at, move them then from that tent, move them from that location, not harass them, not send them eviction notice, not threaten them, not intimidate them, but work with them and then move them into permanent housing. The end result is, of course, getting people into permanent housing. I think the styles and method of operation between what my organization does at New Life Evangelistic Center, what the city does, is totally different. They'll come in, threaten, intimidate, set up programs. Many of the people can't qualify for those programs. We try to take anyone in whatever condition they may be, even if they're not city residents, even if they're not employed, try to help them, and if they continue to live outside, work with them while they live outside and make a smooth transition. That's the approach I've used. They don't like it. I'm not going to threaten people, intimidate people, or shove them out back into the streets to be battered, beaten, and bruised. The people made the decision to come here. I support their decision and can continue to work with them.